I will do the same. Will it be weird if I get on the group?
Right, here we are. We are live.
Yay.
Right, so I'll go into that. Oops. How do I get into it? I don't want to play it. There we are. Yes. Okay. Fabulous. And now I can see, oh, Trish has come to join us. Well, hi. Good evening, Trish. Good to see you. Hi, everyone. We'll just give it a moment for let people watch. Margaret's joined us as well. Now let's just tag this everyone so that everyone can find us if they want to come and hear your amazing story, Lisa. So just give it a moment, see if other people will come. And in the meantime, just a little welcome and introduction here. Welcome to the live Transform with Plants live experience. That's what I'm calling it inside Plant-Based Health and Weight Loss Support Facebook group. Hi, I'm Karen. I'm the Plant Power Coach for anyone who's new around here. Thanks for joining us. And I am a plant-based health and weight loss coach, and I help people achieve their weight loss and their health goals with the power of plant-based diet. So if that's you, if you're struggling with your health, if you're struggling with your weight, if you're struggling to put what you know to do into action and get consistent, if you are at the beginning stages of your journey and you don't even know where to start, you're in the right place here. This is what I'm here to help you with. And so each week I'm going to bring you new trainings, new people to interview, and hopefully in future some new experts as well, and help you achieve those goals. Because while there are a huge amount of amazing resources out there on the benefits of a plant-based diet, that knowing what to do doesn't necessarily mean that change is easy and getting consistent is easy. So we may cognitively know everything that we should be doing, and yet actually getting into action is really hard, and that's what I'm here to help you do. So so if you're someone who's looking for a few quick fixes and hacks and potions and powders or things like that, this isn't the group for you. Like, I'm not associated with any MLMs. That's not my jam. I don't want to do that. I'm about getting to the root cause of our health problems and our weight loss. Our weight struggles. So let's do that so we can, I guess, achieve success in the long term. So that's what I'm here to help you achieve. And today I'm bringing you one of my amazing clients, Lisa. Lisa M. I'm calling her Lisa M because I've probably had about 6 Lisas. So many Lisas. But they've all been successful. So there you go. If your name's Lisa, you're going to be successful. Lisa has reversed type 2 diabetes and dropped around 55 pounds so far. She looks amazing if you saw the before and after photos. And she's going to tell us her story and how she achieved this incredible result. But also, probably talk about some of the little challenges that she had along the way. So welcome, Lisa. It's good to have you here. Why don't you start at the beginning for us? Take us
Okay.
back to when you were diagnosed. What was going on for you then? How did you get diagnosed? And how did that make you feel?
Okay. So I was on vacation with a group of friends at the beach. And actually, for a couple of months before that, I was having these gallbladder attacks, which I didn't know that's what it was. But I was waking up in the middle of the night with a lot of pain. I thought I was having gas. I just didn't know. It was scary. Um, so we were at the beach and it happened again. And at this point, it was like 3 and 2 weeks. So my friend said to me, now somebody's witnessed it, right? And they said, you need to go to urgent care somewhere. So
Yeah.
on my vacation, I went to an urgent care. They sent me to the emergency room and I had all kinds of tests done. And they said, you need your gallbladder out. So when I came home, I went to my primary care doctor and he said, yeah, it's coming out. Go downstairs right now and do your blood work. And 2 days later, I got an email that said, you have diabetes. The first thing I did was tell my doctor, don't ever email that to someone. you need to call people when you're telling them that they have a disease, right? Not send them an email.
Yeah.
But I freaked out. I really freaked out. I was really, really scared. I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed. Um, I just felt like I can't believe like I did this to myself
Yeah.
kind of thing. And like being overweight was embarrassing, but like having things falling apart because of the way I was living my life, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed and I had a lot of shame around it. And so I wanted, as I said at the time, to do all the things, like whatever I needed to do, because I know what the effects of diabetes could be. And
Have anyone in
I
your
was terrified.
and
Hmm?
did you have anyone in your life, like in your family or your history or anything like that, who'd had diabetes and had a lot of complications? Had you seen that
It's
in real life?
Yeah, it's not in my family personally, but I've seen it in others in
Yeah.
their families.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a friend who her nephew had just died recently and he was only 30.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, just oh, and I had a student in my class about a year before that who had diabetes. I had a student in my class in the past who had diabetes. So I've dealt with it with other people, but it's not hereditary in my family at all.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing because a lot of people think it's just a genetic disease, right? So they think,
Mm-mm.
it's, the rest of my family's got it, I'm going to get it too. Well, you can actually have nobody else in your family get it and you still
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah, so it's more
Type 2 is 100% lifestyle.
lifestyle. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, so no one else in your family had it. You were the only one, but you were witness to other people who had gone through this disease and yeah, it wasn't friendly at all. Yeah, so
Hmm.
yeah, take us
Yeah,
so
I was terrified.
carry on. Carry on with
Yeah.
it.
So, just interesting enough, it's a God thing because I had already been in the process. I think that I had booked out that week when I got back that I was doing a week-long training.
Yep.
So I was meeting with another health coach who was doing the training every day for an hour, Monday through Friday, I think it was. And it was that Wednesday that I found out. So
Mm.
I was like, yes, I want to sign up with you. Yes, whatever I can do. I did a class through my through Kaiser as well, my healthcare. And so that's how I got started
Yeah.
was, and to me, like one of the things the class had us do and I've needed to do through this was like write down my whys. But anyway, I everything just came at the right time when it needed to. It just that arrived. The
Yeah. So you,
opportunities
yeah.
arrived exactly when I needed it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's amazing because I always say that when we are ready to change, the opportunities will be right in front of us, right? And so it's up to us then to take that next step forward, no matter how scary it is, or
Yeah.
else we're kind of saying to ourselves as and to the universe that I'd rather stay safe, even if where I am at the moment is going to be painful, if it's going to be unhealthy. I'd rather stay here than make that transition. I've got all of the things in front of me that can help me succeed, and I'm scared of success. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
kudos to you that you took the leap.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. So
Yeah.
tell us about what you were eating prior. Like what was your diet like prior?
Okay. So interesting enough, I watched Forks Over Knives in like 2015 and I instantly like made some changes. I'm not one to like wait around and do it like a little bit at a time. So I right away took a lot of things out of my diet and added a lot of other things. And
What were they?
I don't,
What sort of things did you
I
do?
went completely plants and nothing else.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah. I stopped eating any animal products and I don't recommend doing it that way because yeah, your body reacts pretty I had to stay in the house, put it that way. The
It's
first
like
week
a very immediate detox, isn't it? Yeah. Which is kind
it
of good.
sure
You
is.
get it over and done with, right?
Right? Yeah, no, I kind of like that. Like just
Yeah.
do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But so 2015 and I lost weight then, but I didn't have the motivation that I do now. So at that time it was around losing weight. It was around looking a certain way. It wasn't around my health.
Mm.
So I got lackadaisical. I started, it's funny because the woman who told me about watching the movie, she said to me one day, I eat shrimp now. And
Oh,
I went, oh, and that gave me permission. So I
yeah,
started going backwards and
yeah,
adding some things to my diet because potato chips are vegan,
yeah, right.
Oreos are
Mm.
vegan,
About
right?
months, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I added a lot of vegan junk food. I added fish. I would go out to eat and always get salmon because it's so delicious because it's full of fat.
Yeah.
Um, so I was doing those kinds of things. I wasn't really following like I should have been. And guess what? All the weight came back. Yeah,
Yeah, wow. So how much did you
yeah.
lose originally?
35.
35 and all of it came back.
Yep.
Wow.
Probably and then some, but I don't remember exactly where no. Yeah, and then some, plus about 8 pounds.
Yeah, that just goes to
Yeah.
show, doesn't it, that just how calorie dense those foods are, right? And how,
Hmm.
as soon as you're off track,
Yeah.
in terms of your habits, your everyday habits, how much that can affect the
Hmm.
body, the weight of your body. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me, like, now you've got a diagnosis. Now the why is a lot deeper than just how you look, right? It's about your health. It's about your actual survival, and we're
Hmm.
making decisions based on survival. So, tell me about like your transition doing it this time. Like, what did you find easy and what did you find hard, and why?
It's about survival, but more than that, it's about quality of life.
Yeah, yeah,
My picture in my head is when I go to my grandson's high school graduation, I want to walk in on my 2 feet and not have them
yes.
amputated. You
Ooh,
know,
yeah,
it's about quality of life for me.
yeah,
So what was hard and what was easy?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
This time round.
everything was hard. No, I think one thing was easy was following a very specific meal plan because you got me the Mastering Diabetes
Yeah,
and that's on there.
yeah,
That was easy because I don't have a lot of decision making to do.
yeah,
I just pull up the week, I write it in, I do the grocery shopping. That's helped a lot because it's
yeah,
taken a lot of thinking off my plate.
yeah.
I like that. I had when it became a habit, let's put it that way, planning and like having a plan in place and the preparation, that's easy now, but in the beginning it was hard. Now
Mm,
that it's a habit, it's not so bad.
yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
in the beginning, yeah,
So,
it was harder.
so
But everything's hard when it's not a habit, right? Once it gets to be a
100%.
habit, once you're doing it over and over again.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of brain work.
Hmm.
um, it's not that it's physically hard, it's just the brain
Right.
decisions and establishing a new routine that our subconscious
Hmm.
body are not familiar with yet. So
And
what
it's also the I don't want to. I
yeah,
don't want to.
yeah,
I don't want to do that. I just want to relax on the couch. I
yeah,
don't want to cook. I don't want to do this. And now it's more a habit. The other thing is exercise, and we've
yeah.
talked about this is like first the doctor said to me, I didn't say this part. I want to go back. When I was first diagnosed, the what the I dare you kind of thing, like because I'm like, if you tell me this is going to happen, I'm like, no, it's not. So
Yeah.
that's what got me,
Stubborn.
right?
Mm,
So I didn't say this part, and I think this is important. I had a like an hour-long conversation, and you told me at the end that it was supposed to be 10 minutes, but I had a lot of questions
mm.
with the diabetes expert who's a pharmacist.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And he said, this is a progressive disease. Expect to be on medication in the future, and your medication will probably um, progressively increase. And
Mm.
I went, yeah, no, no, thank you. I'm not doing that. I'm not going on medication. And now I'm getting chills because
Yeah.
I'm not going on medication because I said, no, I'm not doing that. And I'm too damn stubborn.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, that was a huge motivation because I don't want to keep putting pharmaceuticals into my body. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. With all their side effects and all the craziness, my medicine is whole food.
Beautiful.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And we
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
pharmaceuticals are not actually
Yeah.
like addressing the root cause of the problem. They're just masking that problem. And
Hmm.
so when we take those medications, we still get to keep damaging our body unless we're
Yep.
making the lifestyle changes. Yeah, which is great.
Yep.
So I'm a little bit
Yep.
like you. Like, even if I've got something painful going on in my body, I don't want to take pain medication or,
Hmm.
anti-inflammatories or something. I want to feel that pain because then it teaches me to do something different.
It
Um,
has a purpose.
yeah, it's trying
Our
to
pain has a purpose,
yeah,
right? Yeah. Whether it's emotional or physical, there's a reason for it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So
Tell me,
the other thing
oh,
that
yeah.
was hard in the beginning and is like really easy now, because
Mm.
that's how I'm framing your question. What's hard, what's easy? It was
Mm.
hard in the beginning, it's easy now.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Um, the diabetes expert, one of the things he told me was to start exercising.
Yes.
So he said you should walk like 15 minutes every day. So I walked 15 minutes in the morning. And then the next time I talked to him, he said, now add 15 minutes at night. So I was walking and um, it started with I have to
Mm.
tying my shoes like, "Rah, I have to, because I have diabetes, I have to
Oh,
walk."
so
And then I started thinking, no, think about people who can't do this. And if I let it progress and they cut my feet off, then I can't.
mm.
So I need to like be blessed that I have the ability to walk. I have people in my life that don't have the ability to take 2 15-minute walks a day. So then I went from I have to I get to. I am blessed to be able to do that.
Mm.
Um, and then I asked you, like, I'm getting tired of walking at night. It's dark, it's cold, I don't want to. And now I walk once a day in the morning, and I can't even if I wake up and I'm not feeling it, I'll lay there for a minute and go like, no, we gotta go. Like, I want to walk. So my 15 minute is now 45 minutes, 2.5 miles every morning, sometimes at 5:30, possibly tomorrow because I'm going back to work. Um, walking every day.
Becomes
Yeah.
addictive,
And
doesn't
it's like a drug. Like if I
it?
don't get to, I miss it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's when you know something is really is a habit. When
Yep.
your brain's going, something's missing, something familiar is missing, something familiar that
Mm-hmm.
feel good is missing, and we need to have that back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. And I love that. I love that you say that, things were hard in the beginning, but they got easier. And that's
Yeah.
how we need to sort of, I guess, embrace the journey, because what does feel hard in the beginning for any amount of change is going to eventually feel easier. I mean, I always like it
Mm-hmm.
to, when we're a baby and
Yeah.
they're just learning how to walk. I mean, how hard is that? But because we keep
Yeah.
trying and trying and trying and trying and trying, well, eventually we learn how to walk, right? And then
Right.
we walk through life and it becomes effortless. So, anything is hard.
Can I do one? I have one more.
Yes.
I used to always say that my biggest barrier was social situations,
Oh, yes.
going out to dinner,
Mhm.
potlucks, all of that. And I'm sorry, but I'm more important than what other people think about me. So too bad if you're going to judge what I'm eating. So sometimes I bring a meal that I made. I can't tell you how many times I sat in McDonald's with my grandkids and ate out of a thermos.
Mm.
Like that planning, that preparation, that's so important means I'm going to have something for me at that situation that is fitting my program, that's healthy. Like sometimes I have to think about what am I doing this week? What's on this meal plan that'll fit that event? And it's not a barrier because it's a priority.
Absolutely, yes. And I think this is where a lot of people struggle too. It's the social situations,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
other people's judgments, or we're going to this restaurant and there's nothing there, so I'm just going to have to eat what's there. Like, that doesn't have to be a barrier. I love the way you say it's too important for me, like, to
Hmm.
make decisions that don't support, who I want to be, the goals that I have, and the health that I
Yeah.
want to have. Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
So, there are going to be challenges along the way, but it's just a matter of challenging ourselves to think about things differently and approach things differently. And it can be done. Like, guys, if you're sitting there going, oh, I can't do this because X, Y, and Z, listen to Lisa. She's telling you what she did to be successful. And that is not make excuses for the things, and
100%.
think about things in a positive way. Not like I have to walk, I get to walk. Not I have to do my food prep, I get to do my food prep. Um, so tell me, what sort of talk us about tell us about the challenges, some of the challenges that you had along the way. Um, what sort of challenges did you face that were potential to trip you up here and there?
Well, like I said, I've been like I had a lot of head knowledge. I, almost 10 years known or yeah, known about what I should be eating.
Mm.
Watched Chef AJ on YouTube. I watch all her show. Like I've had lunch with her, you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
Um, so I had all this head knowledge. It's not about that. It's number one, setting up the habits, which you really helped me with. But the other thing is the emotional piece,
Yeah.
right? So the screw it. I don't know what to I'm sad, I'm upset, I want it to go away. I want to numb my feelings, so I'm going to eat XYZ, whatever it is. You
Mm.
know, I was thinking about like my sugar addiction the other day, and it was like I would do things like make a cup of tea and make it really, really sweet. So I got something sweet.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would have stuff in the house to make anyway, I'd have a bag of marshmallows because the boys like to make s'mores in my backyard. And I would eat marshmallows out of the bag because it
Mm.
was the only crap that I had in the house.
Yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
would eat that. It was like, that's gross. Who sits and just eats marshmallows? So like I was
A lot of
constantly,
people do actually.
apparently I do. Yeah. I was just constantly sabotaging myself in that way. So I had to deal with all the emotional stuff. What do you do when you're emotional and you don't want to go to food for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk to us about what we did in those moments, what you learned.
It's so funny now. I just love the like, oh, what do I do with all these feelings? And you said you feel them. I'm like, what? Who does that? And who wants to do that, right?
Right.
Um, but the beauty in that is when you just sit with them and feel them. And what you taught me was that your body learns that you're not going to die if you have emotions.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the easier it gets,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have my whys written down
Mhm.
in a place where I see them and remember them, and that helps a lot too. But yeah, just processing your emotions and thinking about it. And it's so funny. There were times where I was in like a public place. Okay, I was in a bar. I'm just gonna state it. And I was feeling feelings, and I was like, I'm gonna go get a drink. And I was like, no, you know why you're doing that. And I said to my friend, I need to be back. I'll be back in a minute. I need to go outside and feel my feelings. And this place had like a little outside area. And I just went outside and just sat. And I
Yeah.
think that was a while ago because I think it was still warm out. So it might have been like in the fall. And I just like started the habit of like, don't look for something to make it go away, but really think through what's going on and just relax with it and feel it. So now when I'm starting to get there, I say, well, stop and just sit. That's basically what I do, and just
Yeah.
go through the process of calming myself down and grounding myself,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
It's so
Yeah.
much more powerful, isn't it? Like when we just react to how we feel, and for some people that means eating, drinking, stuffing it away with more calories. We just end up
Yeah.
with worse problems because we never make sensible decisions when we've got that stress response active in our body,
Right.
right? We always
But
act
we make
like
decisions, but they're just all bad,
yeah,
right?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
we act like 5-year-old children because really that's our 5-year-old getting scared inside and trying to take over. So,
Yeah.
yeah, when we ground,
Yeah.
feel, process that emotion through, allow the feeling to be there, and just start to understand that feeling. Like when we can go back and look at the thinking that caused the feeling, because it's always a thought.
Right.
We can actually change it at the root. So. Oh, and Trish says I also used to eat marshmallows out of the bag, and I love
Oh, it's not
you.
just
Well, I
me.
get to
Yay.
practice. Yeah, yeah. Thanks to everyone who's joining us, by the way. If you've got any questions for Lisa, feel free to just drop them in the comments here. We are watching the comments. I'm watching the comments on my phone. Okay, so tell us about how you feel now, Lisa. 55 pounds lighter. You look significantly different. You have not just achieved a result, you've changed who you're being.
Yeah.
So tell us
Yeah.
about that difference?
Yeah,
How
I'll
do you,
tell you what, my friends see that. They're like, you don't just look different, but you changed your whole lifestyle. You changed the whole way you act. And I have to tell you, like, I'm making choices and decisions, and I'm not talking about food choices or whether or not to exercise,
Mm,
but other kinds of lifestyle choices because I'm valuing myself in a different way.
amazing. Yeah.
And that's a very vague way to say, there's things that I know don't belong in my life anymore
Yeah.
because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And it's, yeah, I always say it's like true transformation happens at the level of belief and identity. So habit change and our habits follow our beliefs and our
Mm-hmm.
identity. So when we are
Mm-hmm.
changing at that root level, and that's what I say, that's the internal self, that's in here,
Mm-hmm.
that's in here. When we are making the changes internally, then all of our external habits start to change and are much more effortlessly changed as well. So that's one of the reasons I say diets themselves don't work, because they're only focused on the external actions and habits
Mm-hmm.
that we have.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
sustainable.
not sustainable. And
100%
that's
not sustainable because if you don't figure out what to do with your feelings when you're upset,
yeah.
like if you don't figure out how to deal with those habits that take you to sabotaging or just eating junk to numb feelings, and you're gonna always go back there if you don't have another strategy.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
then, if you're not addressing the beliefs that are causing those emotions to start with as well,
Mm-hmm.
they usually mean
Mm-hmm.
something terrible about ourselves, like I'm not worthy, people don't love me, whatever it
Yeah.
might be. We've all got the same story.
Right.
If we're
Yeah.
not addressing
Yeah.
that stuff
Yeah.
as well, then the external habits, it feels like you're pushing. And when we push, it feels hard. And that's when we stop. So that's what it's
Mm-hmm.
like you were doing a little bit, when you first made the change. Like you just
Mm-hmm.
changed some action that you were taking, but really the internal part of you wasn't
Yep.
that change as well. So that's when, yeah, that's
Yeah.
when you start to go backwards.
Sometimes you just have to go through the motions until you see results, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But one thing that's really motivating for me is other people's reactions.
Oh,
I would get super excited going like, "Oh, I'm going to see people who haven't seen me in a while. This is going to be really cool." Like I would think like that.
yeah.
And I think I've seen everybody now. But yeah, that's like in that process of getting compliments all the time and having people just tell me how good I look, and that gave me a lot of confidence, made me feel really good about myself, motivated me to keep going. And then there's the clothes. So
Yes. The brand new wardrobe.
like,
Tell us.
like
Mm,
darn,
yeah.
right? So I had to clean out my closet because, well, that's terrifying.
Mm,
Cleaning out your closet is terrifying because there's some security in, well, just in case I need this again,
yeah.
it's going to be there. So I didn't say this in the beginning, but the other one of my big fears, I don't know if you remember this, was I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. And even if I do, I'm going to gain it back.
Mm.
So those are
That
things
would
I
be
was
your
terrified.
story in the past, right?
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm not able. Like I could lose some weight, but not all of it was part of it because I lost weight before. But even if I do, it'll just come back. So letting go of those clothes is like letting go of, no, this is a lifetime thing. You're good.
Yeah.
You know?
Let go of that
Yeah.
identity, that version of you,
Right.
right? And that's
Right.
what I mean
Right.
about identity. Like when you, the way you see yourself, the way you treat yourself, the beliefs that you have about yourself, when they come
Mm-hmm.
up on the journey with you, it's
Mm-hmm.
you get to keep, your results for life. It feels like something different has changed. All of my clients say that they just feel differently on the inside, and they know that the weight has gone for good. It's not just an external change,
Yep.
it's actually
Yeah.
changed inside as well. Um,
Yeah.
so,
100%. Oh, and so I was saying the motivation was
oh
like
yes.
people looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing I was going to add to that is like when I go clothes shopping and I'm like, this is never going to fit, but I'll try it anyway. and then I put it on and I start like I've cried in a lot of dressing rooms, like for other reasons now. Like I'm used to crying when things like don't fit, and
Yeah.
I put things on now and I'm like, oh my God, this looks so good. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome. And it's great. Like that can be really great to keep motivating you to keep going. The the
Yeah.
the thing with weight loss is that that will be exciting for a moment because we get to a point where we achieve the goal that we set out to achieve, and it's exciting for a moment, and other people are telling us, giving us great compliments and things like that, and then that's it. Everyone gets used to it. We get used to it.
Right.
And that's when that motivation goes away. So we've got to be careful at that point that we're no longer using external validation to feel
Hmm.
motivated, that internal motivation is
Hmm.
us. And again, identity, identity, identity. That's
Right.
where our identity and who we are now. We're doing these things because it aligns with who we are, who we're being,
Yep.
not just to, get the compliments from other people or the validation externally. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's
It
really where you're
stops
at,
being what I do and starts being who I am.
who I am. Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell us what imagine that there's someone out there who's probably at the beginning of their weight loss or their health journey. They're a little bit scared to start, or they're a bit scared about some part of the journey. What advice would you give to somebody out there who is struggling either to put into action what they know to do or to get started?
Well, I would like the biggest thing is don't get yourself overwhelmed by doing everything all at once. Just pick something and do a little bit at a time. Like it's just, I say this at school to my students, how you eat an elephant one bite at a time. Um,
Yeah.
so, just don't overwhelm yourself. Just do it a little bit at a time. But I would say, so pick a habit, make it a habit. For me, like the first thing I did was just exercise became a habit. Because then it changed over time. Like I didn't start by walking 45 minutes every morning. There's no way. There's no way I would do that. I would not have gotten up at 5:30 in the morning a year ago before I went to work, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, do one thing and add to it a little bit over time. Um, don't be afraid to start. But the most important thing that has kept me going is my why. That's been my motivation is like, why am I doing this? It's not to fit in a dress. It's not to look good to people. Like find that deep down, like what's important. Why am I doing this? Because if it's not something that makes you cry, you're not going to keep doing it. Yeah. And it makes me cry every time I talk about it. So
Yeah, I say that too. Yes, we can want to look good, we can want to feel better, we can want to have more energy and things like that. But why? We've got to think about why that's important to our life. Why is it
hmm.
important that we have these things? And once we start to really dig down and understand at
Hmm.
a deeper level, and then we'll feel the big emotional connection to it, we realize that
Hmm.
it's got something to do with our values, our identity,
Hmm.
who we want to be in this world. And that can really be it's like I say, the carrot that's dangling in front of us. So the pain, the fear about our health and where we might be going can be the thing that motivates us to make that change. But the desire
Hmm.
to, for the future that we want is like the carrot that we're dangling out in front of us that keeps us pulling forwards.
Yeah. And it's your legacy. It's your legacy for your family and how you influence others, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Excuse me. Frog in my throat this morning. Yeah, well, you're a big inspiration, Lisa. So I want to say congrats on what you've achieved so far. And I know that, you're going to continue um, nailing it because you're not quite where you want to be in terms of, weight and size and things like that yet.
Hmm.
You have made, some significant inroads, and I think you've now, nailed the internal part of you, and
Hmm.
that external part of you is going to keep transforming along with it. So thank you
But
for sharing your
I
story.
don't think when it like I don't want to say I'm done when
Yeah.
not just with my weight, but with the internal stuff too. It's not like, yeah, I'm all better now. Like it's finished. Like there's
Mhm.
always going to be learning, growing. Yeah,
That's absolutely
100%.
Correct, right? This is what life is about. This is what I say. It's not about the achievement of the goals. It's about who we become in the
Mm-hmm.
process of achieving those goals. And when we get to
Mm-hmm.
that goal, that there's another goal waiting for us, whether it's to do with our
Mm-hmm.
health, whether it's to do with our weight, whether it's to do with something else in our life. But you become that person who starts wanting to, strength, right? Muscle building, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
might be. That's the next thing on the list. And we start to become that person who's continually wanting to up level and work on our goals, because that's how we actually get a lot of our healthy dopamine these days. So dopamine
Mm-hmm.
is important, guys, right? We just got to stop getting it from food and start getting it from achievement and working on goals.
Mm-hmm.
So amazing. Excuse me. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Is there any last little bits of wisdom, advice you want to drop for
Oh,
anybody?
yes. I didn't talk about this. So, if you're starting and you're thinking like it sounds boring or you're gonna miss things, 100% your taste buds change. And
Mm.
I can't tell you how long it takes, but people have said to me, "Don't you miss this? Don't you miss that?" And I will tell you, like those little cherry tomatoes are like candy.
Yeah.
Even carrots are so sweet, right? So all the fruits and just all kinds of things like, and when I try to eat some of those things I used to eat, it doesn't even taste good anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. You actually
So
start to
if
be,
you're discouraged that you're gonna miss things, you're not.
yeah. You might do it first, right? Just we miss anything
Yeah.
we don't have at first.
Mm-hmm.
If we move apartments or move houses or something like that, we miss the other
Right.
one, right? We're not used to
Right. Right. Right.
but yeah, we adapt. We neuro
Yeah.
adapt. Our brains get used to a
Yeah.
normal, and
Mm-hmm.
taste buds will get used to a new normal. Your food preferences are not based on you. They're based on all of the bacteria that live from your mouth down to your gut, to your colon. So they are the ones driving your food choices, and you get to choose which microbes you want in your body. You can either choose the ones that want to, you know, eat, I don't know, animal foods or processed foods or sugary foods, fatty foods,
Mm-hmm.
or you can choose to upgrade your microbes to those who munch on fiber. And then soon you'll have an addiction for green smoothies and fruit and vegetables, which sounds
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, I know, but believe me, we're all here saying that this
Yep.
is what
Yep.
happened. So we're all human. It's going to happen to us too.
Yep.
And so thank you for all your pearls of wisdom there, Lisa. And it's been fabulous year working with you and helping you achieve this result. So I'm super stoked that you are where you are now. And I love getting all those little pictures from you, like the one that you just sent me the other day, or was it this morning? With you on the scale. And please keep doing that, right? I love getting that. And I love to see people, continuing to make progress even when we've finished working together. So that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to anybody else out there who is either struggling to get going with what you know to do, who's a little bit confused about where to start, who's struggling with weight, wants to actually start losing their first 5 to 10 pounds. I am going to be running my next free weight loss workshop next week, 5 days working with me over Zoom in a small group setting. So if you are sick of that on-off dieting cycle and you want to learn how to get consistent, feel free to come and join me. I'm going to teach you the truth about why we gain weight and the truth about fat loss, how to lose fat. I'm also going to be teaching you why traditional diets and dieting tactics don't actually work in the long term. And hint, if you've been listening to the conversation, you will have heard me talk about beliefs and identity. Because did you know that 98% of weight loss efforts fail due to not understanding some of these critical points, right? We just think we got to do something different to get a different result. It's deeper than that. So if you want to be like the 2%, if you want to be one of the 2% like Lisa and all my other amazing clients, then head to the registration link that I've got at the top of this post, or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, I'll link it in the notes as well. So head to that registration page, and there you can register for that event, or you can head to my website if you want to, theplantpowercoach.com.au, and you'll actually see a link there to be able to register for the event. Or you can drop a comment on the Facebook chat here if you're watching the replay, or message me on Facebook Messenger, and we'll get you registered and ready to go. So we kick off Monday, my time next week, which for anyone in the US will be the Sunday. So if it's it'll be the 21st for me, it'll be the 20th for anybody up in the US or Canada. So please make sure, if you want to be in that event, that you get registered. I can register you myself, or just click that link to get registered, and that will automatically get you on the list. But for now, let's just everyone thank Lisa for coming and sharing her story. Absolute legend. Oh, what's Margaret say? I've got a few comments in here. Margaret said, I loved watching your story, hearing your story. So, Margaret, you'll be next. All right. Thank you, Lisa. It was wonderful chatting to you today. So we'll just say farewell to everyone now. And yeah, let everyone just send your big congrats to Lisa in the comments if you want to. All right. Ciao.
Awesome. Thank you.